Last time on the Girly Pop Cup, Colors of Pride.
This week is a very crucial week because only 6 of you will move to the semifinals. And that means that we will have 2 people leaving the competition on this Christian Day.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. The numbers are dwindling, girls.
Make Rocky sweating already.
This week, we are paying homage to the iconic pillars of the Pokemon world, the gym leaders. Each of you will be serving us a 3 Pokemon team that bleeds your assigned color. But that's not all. You're also going to have to conceptualize your very own Pokemon gym.
The judges and I have come with results.
All right, so Mikki Miraj, Comet, you are both safe. And we have a top 2. Those top 2 being Droomish and Sam. It is 5 a.m. Do you know where your pussy is? In the winner's circle. Sam, you are the winner of this week's challenge. So that means MrLarpus, Damsel, Lucy, and Mari, you are the bottom 4 of the week, and you will have to battle to stay in the competition against one of your opponents.
It is now time for the Wheel of Girly Pop Fate. Damsel and LittleBeanMari, thank you so much for participating in the competition. This time around, it is not your time. 9 players, 3 challenges, and 4 spots for the live finale where they will compete for the title of the ultimate Girly Pop Trainer.
The winner of the Girly Pop Cup, Colors of Pride, will win a $100 gift card and the title of the ultimate Girly Pop Trainer.
Welcome back, my Girly Pop Trainers. How are we feeling after last week's bloodbath, I would say?
You know, I was really sad to see Damsel go because Damsel, she really helped me like as a tutor and a little bit of a mentor through my like PNG tubing journey. Like I've only debuted a few months ago, but Damsel, I know she's been doing this for like a year, and it's a little bittersweet. But
no, I feel your comment.
Make me feel guilty, why don't you?
oh my god, no!
Rules are rules, we gotta play.
Right, a girl has got to do what a girl has got to do. So
It's us or them. Like,
Yes, I remember when I used to share my tips with Damsel about the world PNG and all. I was helping her growing up, and now she's gone, and I still can hear her voice.
Hi everyone, my name is Damsel.
My Shayla.
Yeah, I get that. It's really hard when we lose someone in the competition. Sam, I would maybe get that checked out. That would be maybe like a psychiatrist when you're hearing voices, but that's absolutely fine.
There's a cream for everything nowadays.
There's a cream for
Simon,
everything nowadays.
And you know what? With the French free healthcare, I can get that at a discount. Thank you.
Period, girl. Americans, I am so sorry, sweetie. Anyway, you might have noticed that Dawn Stone is not here with me, and I am a lone sister. And that is why the only thing we really have left to test out of everybody is your ability of Pokemon battle. To be able to go to the final, you have to know how to battle. And I think there's no better test than to battle the best. So, for this week's challenge and your semi-final challenge, to be able to move on to the finals, you will have to battle in a best of 3 against one of the previous winners of the Girly Pop Cup.
that's scary. I don't want to do that.
Gosh.
wait, okay.
We're taking down legends, girls. We're taking down
Are they going
legends.
to be assigned a color, or are they going to use whatever they want?
They were not assigned a color, and that is the true Girly Pop experience. Because being a Girly Pop trainer is about traveling the path less traveled. It's about getting your favorite Pokemon and being able to make it work even in the most meta of places. So both of them have built a very meta team that you will have access because, of course, this is an open team sheet competition and you are going to battle against Sugi or Dawn Stone. You will be randomly assigned, and if you are able to win the best of 3, you are automatically going to the finale in case we have more winners than spots. So we're going to have to do a few analysis in terms of how those wins happen. Now, if we have more losers, then spots in the finale. We're gonna have to see if you beat those winners in any way, shape, or form. And if by any chance you weren't able to beat those winners, not even a single match, and we still have open spots in the finale, you will fight each other to see out of each other who is able to have a second chance and be part of the top 4 to compete for the grand prize.
Very spicy.
I'm terrified.
Are you kidding me?
Legends ZA is coming out, but it's about to be Legends GPC.
Okay.
We're picking on Legends.
Ding.
Block here.
Now, divas, go get ready and go prepare because you're about to have one of the most difficult battles you've ever had. Did I tell you that Sugi made Pop Cut in a bunch of regionals in Europe? Well, now you know. Good luck. And show your girly pop pussy to the world. That doesn't make any sense. Period. For our semifinals, the players will be randomly matched with a previous winner of the Girly Pop Cup. And they will battle it out on a best of 3 to determine if they are ready and deserve to go to the live finals. Each previous Girly Pop winner will battle a total of 3 of our current players. With that being said, let's meet the first 2 people who will be battling on the best of 3. All right, so Droomish will go against Dawnstone. With the first match being decided, open the stadium doors, turn on the lights, and may the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
I feel like I have like something of a game sense. I can figure this stuff out, but a lot of the VGC goes over my head. I thought this would be fun.
Hi everyone, I'm Shlor and I'm so excited to be casting today for Dawn and Droomish. What kind of Pokemon they're going to have right now, I'm not sure, but I'm very excited. Oh, we got some little lipstick. We got some lipstick on. And our, double pink, all the pink. What a surprise, what a shock. Okay, we're starting with Kyogre and Tinkaton, as well as Ho-Oh and Incineroar. So there's a lot going on here. We got a water with 2 fires. We've got some steel going on. I thought Kyogre had Drizzle. Oh, there it is. Ask and you shall receive. And then the Own Tempo comes out from the Intimidate, from the scummy Incineroar that nobody asked for, nobody wanted. We said, stop coming. And then it came anyway. That's been a lot of evenings for me. Probably going to start with some fake outs, either from the Incineroar or the Tinkaton. So probably nothing's going to happen. That's my prediction. There's the first one. Oh, we're going to fake out the fake outer. That's a good start. Oh, and someone avoided the attack. Oh, wow. Okay, just take out the cat right away. Take out the scum. We remove the scum. Wash away the scum. Ho is going to get the tailwind, which is very exciting. We're windy, we're stormy, we're wet. Wet and wild, which is perfect for Walking Wake. Wet and wild. Oh yeah, doubles the speed for 4 turns. Exciting. Going super fast. So we're not really a walking wake, we're more like a running wake. Oh, Snarl. Hits on both. We're gonna reduce that special attack, which is only really good for the Kyogre, not so much the Tinkaton, but that's okay. Tinkaton's not super scary if we can get rid of it with the Sacred Fire, which is reduced damage because of the rain. We're gonna get that attack up by 2 stages. Another Origin Pulse. Ouch. But somehow Ho is still alive. Not really sure how. That's a mystery to me. I'm loving the mixture of wig styles we got going on. Ho has like Acid Betty Mohawk. And then we have Tinkaton with whatever the heck that kind of mop is that hits the floor. We got Walk and Wake with a huge shag, kind of like Metamorphosis had for a little bit. But it's also kind of like a beard. But so far I think Droomish is sitting pretty in pink. This is tough for Dawn. I think we definitely need to get rid of that Kyogre. Dawn could switch out the Ho-Oh and use the Regenerator ability to get 33% of its HP back. Oh, where's Kyogre going? Where's she going? Oh, we're getting Flamigo. With co-star, oh, because, wait. Okay, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't think there were any stat boosts, but... Oh, we're getting a Brave Bird, super effective. But we have the Focus Sash, we're okay. Oh, and the recoil. Ouch! Jeez Louise. Thankful for that sword dance right about now. Wishing the walking wake was more of a running wake. I don't know how that speed turned out, but hello, Dubai. Goodbye, Dubai. I think Dawn is going to learn a lot and come back really strong in round 2. We'll see. We'll see. But you never know. We could turn it around. Droomish's pokes are looking pretty weak right now. Oh. Oh, we're bringing out the Palkia. The Origin form. Miss Shiny, Miss Pink. Taking out Flamigo. Poor bird. Oh. Oh, and that Sacred Fire is not going to do nothing. I think it's like a quarter effective against Origin form Palkia with the Water Dragon typing. Oh! That's a really lucky burn. Although it is 50% with Sacred Fire, so maybe not that lucky. It's a 50-50 chance. Who is Droomish going to bring back out? Droomish? Did I say Shroomish? I meant Droomish. Okay, we got to get that Tailwind back up. That hasn't been doing nothing for us, if I'm honest. Oh, and we're terrestrializing. Oh, Stellar, Fluttermane. I think it's pretty stellar. I think it's nice. Just a little gayer. We're seeing a Protect from Palkia. Oh, and the Fake Out's coming back out to stop the Ho-Oh from doing who knows what it was doing. Preventing a Dazzling Gleam on the Palkia, which is pretty smart. Oh my goodness. How that Tinkaton is living, I don't know. But Droomish is looking in trouble. All their Pokemon are very low health. They were winning for a while, and now it's like, ooh, what's going on? What happened? What happened here? But their Kyogre, I think, is like most of the way full health, so it's tough to say. Another, oh, that Dazzling Gleam is gonna take everybody out. Everybody out. Everybody go home. Wasn't worth risking the extra Protect. So finally, I think that Tailwind... Oh, we are reapplying it. Okay. So we didn't... I don't even think we had it last time. But that was a good call. And here's Miss Kyogre. Full health. Back in action. Bringing us the Drizzle again. Is Ho-Oh going to set fire to the rain? We'll see. Oh, another Terrestrialization. I'm pretty sure we're going to Terra Water here. Yes, ma'am. Everybody loves a little spout coming out of their head. Shadow Balls come in. Okay, not bad damage. Brave Bird. And that's it. That's the show. That was really interesting to watch, though, the like back and forth. So I'm really interested to see how second battle will come out. Oh, she had to die at the end, girl. The drama.
That's just how the game goes, though, folks. All right, on to game 2. That one was a real... I feel like that was a real nail biter, though. We got the Incineroar out, lickety split.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to battle number 2. I'm so excited to see what we learned from battle 1. We're starting off with the same start for Dawn, but a little bit different for Droomish with the Sylveon instead of Kyogre. I'm interested to see how this turns out differently. I think the Kyogre was a really good start for the other battle, so maybe not as great of an advantage. We do know that if they try to do fake outs with each other, Dinkaton does seem to have the speed advantage over the Incineroar, so I'm really interested to see how they're going to play that out. Here's the Intimidate with the on tempo again. Not going to be very good against the Sylveon, who's a special attacker. But were you intimidated? I sure wasn't. Oh, we're starting off strong with a terrestrialization. Tinkaton. We're going to see some water. Probably to protect against the Sacred Fire we would see from Ho-Oh, or some kind of fire attack from Incineroar. We're going to fake out the Ho-Oh this time. Interesting. So this was something I think we could have predicted. Definitely faking out the people who are actually going to do real moves and not just fake out. But we did get to see the terrestrialization, so that's interesting. I feel like Incineroar's fingers are too big for his hands. Is that just me? Yeah. I guess I know all the moves, so. Okay, we're withdrawing Tinkaton, bringing out Kyogre for the Drizzle. Using our Tailwind to set us up for speed, double speed. Oh, and here comes the classic parting shot. Reducing attack and special attack of the Kyogre, which is definitely a good decision. We know that one Origin Pulse does not knock out the Ho, even in rain. And it does have weakness policy, which will definitely help it out if it uses Origin Pulse. Oh, we're bringing out the Rillaboom, which brings us the Grassy Surge. So we're wet and we're grassy. Oh, light screens, fun setup. Although I'm pretty sure the Rillaboom is a hot attacker and not a special attacker. So we'll see if the Sylveon decides to set up a Reflect as well. But I don't think Dawn's team has a lot of super effective options against Sylveon. Sylveon's pretty safe there to set up whatever she wants with her Light Clay. Definitely gonna put up those screens for 8 turns instead of 5. I think it's a good defensive strategy anyway, to, like taking everything down by half. Oh, here comes the fake out. And a Brave Bird. Oh. Even after the... Oh, I guess they use Light Screen, not Reflect, so... Too bad, so sad. Why is Ho-Oh's head doing that? It's like cranked to the side. Is she okay? Oh, she's fine. Okay. Bring out the Tinkaton back out. I think it'll be okay in the rain for a Sacred Fire to come out, but it's been a minute since we set up that rain. Oh, Ho-Oh's going home. What are we taking out? Koraidon. Interesting, interesting. With the Orichalcum Pulse, we're gonna get some sun instead of rain. We're gonna fake out the Rillaboom, which is probably a good idea. I'm not seeing a rain dance here, so we can't set that back up unless we switch out Kyogre again. With the grassy terrain, Rillaboom is going to get priority on their grassy glide, but we're switching out to Palkia, which should help reduce any grass damage we're taking with their typing. Oh, who are we terrestrializing, girl? Koraidon for the Terra Fire. See, I got the mind of a, what do you call it? A mind of a master? Yeah. Mastermind. That poor Palkia. And the poor Tinkaton. I don't think this is going to go very well. Oh, no more Tailwind. Maybe that'll help Droomish. We shall see. I think the light screen is still up too, but on this team combination, I don't think it's going to work very well with the attack-heavy physical attackers. But we do have the rain again instead of the sun. I just don't know if that's going to make a difference. Oh, Koraidon's going back. We're bringing back Incineroar. With the Intimidate on 2 special attackers. Very good, very helpful. Oh! Well, girl, she's gone. Who needed Incineroar? Oh, a U-turn from the Rillaboom. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. But she's going to come right back out. Well, the Koraidon is anyway. Which now has that Terrafire. It's looking a little dangerous. But we do have the Sunlight back out, so it'll reduce any water attacks by half. At least I think. And that, I believe, was the Bulldoze from Kyogre. It's going to be half as effective because of the grassy terrain, unfortunately. Oh, and the grass is gone. Are we going to get the grass back out? Your ass is grass, and we're going to mow it. The grass is back. So any of those earth attack or ground attacks are going to still be half as effective, specifically for Bulldoze or Earthquake or anything like that. I do think an Ice Beam from Kyogre on the Rillaboom would be a good idea. I don't think we've seen it yet. And if they switch in Ho-Oh, it would still be quite effective. We're going to fake out the Palkia. And close combat on the Kyogre. Oh, takes it out. So unfortunate. We could see an Earth Power, maybe a Spatial Rend from the Palkia. We'll just have to see. Oh, and it survived with the Grassy Glide with priority. Earth Power does take out the Koraidon, which is great. But knowing that Rillaboom has priority with Grassy Glide when the grassy terrain is out, I think might have to call it there. We might see a Protect from Palkia for one more round. Just so I can keep talking. You can just hear my voice like a little podcast. Stall it out. There it is. It was really interesting to watch. I would have loved to see more, but unfortunately, Dawn takes the second game. Screw you, Dawn!
Welcome back, everybody. It's now time to see which two players will be playing against each other. Bam! Now let's meet Lucy's opponent. Bam! All right, everybody. With that being decided, open the stadium doors, turn on the lights, and may the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
It's the big day. Ooh, my match is coming up. I made it this far. I'm very nervous. I just love Pokemon.
Okay, dear strangers online, the match is on. Are we ready for Lucy and Sugi? I love the red Gyarados already. I love that Lucy is going with the red. Like, very Taylor Swift. Like, very loving used red. Team. Koraidon and Blaziken, the sun is coming up. Oh, and there's the horse. Calyrex Shadow Rider. And Tornadus. Yeah, Sugi will... If Sugi presses Tailwind here, this Calyrex outspeeds everything, even with the speed boost on Blaziken. It's gonna be a very tough match for Lucy, but let's see what she's pulling out. Like, Astral Mirage, it's two fighting type Pokemon, so we are definitely starting... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. We are seeing Sugi's side, we're already spoiled on what Sugi's doing, so I will not pretend that I didn't see that. It's Tailwind and the Nuke button, that is a 120 base power move, that is a spread move, and very, very strong move. And this Calyrex Shadow Rider is the fastest thing here, so Lucy needs to play defensively, otherwise it could just be a double KO. Oh, sorry, it was Ring Dance. I thought it was Tailwind. Still, Calyrex is the fastest thing on the field. And Astral Barrage comes in. Blaziken has a Focus Sash, maybe? Perhaps? Mayhaps? Is it? Okay, Blaziken went for coaching. That's kind of huge, actually. That's attack and defense boost on Koraidon. And the speed boost, without the Tailwind, this Blaziken might outspeed Calyrex, but Tornadus can still go for the Tailwind. And that's what Sugi's doing. The Rain Up is canceling the Sun boost for Koraidon's fire move, so that's very tricky on Lucy's side. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Okay, Lucy playing safe. Playing double safe, okay. A pretty defensive move just to scout out what Sugi's trying to do. And it's a free Tailwind setup. And another Astral Barrage that is gonna hit the double protect. So nobody's gonna get hit now, but still very difficult position for Lucy. This Calyrex outspeeds everything, and Blaziken, maybe this speed boost from Blaziken will make it outspeed Calyrex in Tailwind, but I'm not sure. This Calyrex is very fast. In the meanwhile, Koraidon is pretty much under the risk of, you know, fainting to another Astral Barrage, and then the Grim Knight boosts are gonna start, and Chaos ensues. And Lucy cannot protect now, so Lucy either has to switch or go defensive, and it's going to take that hit. And is it a double KO? It's a double KO. You know, Shadow Rider is so broken. I hate this horse. I'm gonna say it. I hate Calyrex Shadow Rider. Like, this Pokemon is so hard to counter because it has such a strong spread move. It's 120 base power stab ghost move. It is faster than anything. Even Blaziken Speed Boost could not outspeed Calyrex Shadow Rider. And, you know, it's very hard to counter. You have to have a very specific counter for Calyrex. Otherwise, you can't turn around this. Like, Sugi is using a very classic team. I literally played against this team, this exact same team, 15 times yesterday on Pokemon Showdown. So, we are talking about Regi, you know, double restricted. It's very tricky. But again, Lucy being a little bit limited in the Pokemon she can bring, it makes countering this very meta-friendly team, the least Sugi team Sugi has ever used in his life. It's very tricky to counter that. So, let's see. The robot Delibird is very fast. I'm not sure how fast it is, but I don't know. Let's see this terrestrialization coming in. It's a Terra Fairy for Lunala. This vampire goth princess is gonna take the Aqua Jet. The Aqua Jet goes into Iron Bundle. Is it Iron Bundle? I never remember the name of this one. I think it's Iron Bundle. And the Psychic, okay. So Sugi just took down the only Pokemon that could maybe try and outspeed Calyrex. But I mean, you know, under Tailwind, it's not outspeeding. The Moonblast from Lunala comes into Urshifu, which goes down. But honestly, I don't think Urshifu was the biggest threat on the field. Lunala is still facing against Calyrex Shadow Rider and another two Pokemon that Lucy knows is Tornadoes, but Lucy doesn't know about Zamazenta yet. So, very bulky Pokemon, very scary Pokemon, very hard to take out Pokemon. And it's a 3v1, so very little that Lucy can do here. And being Terra Fairy, she's very vulnerable to super effective stab steel moves. Astral Mirage did half health, and Behemoth Bath, Lunala's not taking that. It's down. Lucy's down. It's 1-0 to Sugi, and that's our first match of the game. Lucy really needs to try to play against that super fast, super scary Calyrex Shadow Rider if she wants to make sure in the competition, and honestly, it's gonna be an uphill battle for sure.
I am nervous because I have fabulous commentators. My opponent is really good. Their team is really good. It's gonna be hard.
Okay, for round 2, I really want to say Red Gyarados because I know Lucy loves Red Gyarados, and then again, I am a Gen 2 girly, but you know, it needs to be a very speedy game. Lucy needs to catch up with this Pokemon. You know, Tornado's threatening with Tailwind, and Calyrex being as fast as it is. Let's see if this game 2 can go in a different direction, because it is going to be very tricky. This is a very meta-focused team. This is a very successful team in Regulation I, and Lucy needs to prove her worth, needs to prove her team-building skills. if she wants to be, you know, the top 4 Gdansk player and previous Girly Pop Cup champion, obviously, which is the most important title that Sugi holds, of course. Then again, Iron Bando. Is it Iron Bando? Am I saying the name of this Pokemon correctly? Okay, Iron Bando is pretty speedy. I don't know. I don't think it is speedy than Calyrex. It wasn't speedy the last time, but it was because of Tailwind. I don't know the base speed of Iron Bando, but I know it is fast. Let's see if maybe here Lucy has a chance to act before Sugi can start spreading out moves. But there's a Terra coming from Sugi, okay. And it's Terra Ghost. Oh my god, this is gonna do so much damage. Oh, Sugi's going fully offensive with Terra Ghost. This will increase the damage output of Astral Barrage, but Lucy is also going for Terrestrialization. And this is a Terra Fairy on Lunala. We've seen this before, right? So, a very strong Moonblast coming from one side, and maybe a very strong Astral Barrage coming from the other. Tailwind from Tornadoes. There's nothing outspeeding Calyrex anymore. And Astral Barrage is gonna do... I think Lunala lives this, but Iron Bando, I'm not sure. Iron Bando goes down. Before it can even land a move, the fastest Pokemon on Lucy's team could not outspeed Calyrex. And the first Green Knight move is there. Can move... Oh, but... Oh, Moonlight... Okay, that's gonna be a KO! Calyrex hangs on into his Focus Sash. Okay, that was a super effective move, but there's a Focus Sash on Sugi's Calyrex. So... there was a chance there to get rid of the Calyrex, but still, the Focus Sash made Calyrex survive. Moongeist Beam, Lunala's signature move, hit for super effective damage, super effective stab damage onto Terra Ghost Calyrex, but still, Calyrex is there on the field. And again, 1% HP is better than 0% HP, so Calyrex is still very much a threat, even with 1% HP there. Blaziken is there. Blaziken could try outspeeding with Protect, but I don't think it can outspeed with Tailwind up. Lunala though didn't take a lot of damage from Astral Barrage, but its ability diminishes the damage it takes when it's at full HP. So it is probably gonna take a lot more damage from a second Astral Barrage. But I mean, it would be wise of Sugi to play defensively here, even though Sugi definitely has the upper hand. Wide Guard from Lunala can be huge here. Maybe Blaziken can land a hit and take down Calyrex. Okay, but it reads it and goes for Psychic. Psychic onto Lunala. Lunala lives that, and oh, but there's the Bleakwind Storm. And it hits into Protect for Blaziken. Oh, Wide Guard, sorry, not Protect. Blaziken is still gonna move. And Overhit is gonna take down Calyrex. Shadow Rider goes down. Let's go! I hate this horse, and I love seeing this horse fainting. Okay, the most threatening attacker on Sugi's side goes down. It still has a lot of very dangerous Pokemon, but this feels like a very big win for Lucy here. Urshifu's still there, a very mighty attacker, still pretty much a very big threat against that Blaziken. But again, let's see what Sugi cooks out of this. Zamazenta being very defensive, but still very threatening against Terra Fairy Lunala. And we still don't know what is Lucy's last Pokemon. But the type advantage is definitely on Sugi's side. Mostly with that Aqua Jet there can be very scary against Blaziken. It doesn't even need the Aqua Jet because we have Tailwind up. So Urshifu is going first. And you know, Rain Dance parting up with Urshifu, Rapid Strikes, Water moves. This does so much damage. Oh no, Koraidon comes in, sets in the sun, and then Tornadoes is gonna Rain Dance and say no sun for you, Koraidon. This is pretty much still on Urshifu's side, but let's see if Koraidon can live that, because it's still a not very effective move. Koraidon is not a fire type. It's a dragon and fighting type, and I know that because I'm good at Pokemon. And Koraidon lives that, even with the 3 super effective rain-boosted moves. And the coaching here on Koraidon is gonna boost attack. This Koraidon is threatening a lot of damage, but Koraidon needs to outspeed in order to try to do some damage here. Okay, Bleakwind Storm is also very scary because it becomes 100% accurate under the rain. And it hits both Koraidon and Blaziken for super effective damage. taking Koraidon out and leaving Blaziken to the focus sash. Things are looking very dire here for Lucy. Under the rain, with a fire starter at 1 HP, going down to Surging Strikes. And now, again, it's Lunala against 3 other Pokemon. One of them is a Zamazenta, that is a very strong Steel type. And Tailwind is off, but still the Prankster Tornadoes can't just turn it on again. And yeah, Lucy, very low health for Nala. I don't see Lucy getting out of this, unfortunately. Lucy played very well, but again, Sugi's team is just a very meta-optimized team. It has so many options. It can do so many different things. And again, even after taking out the super broken Calyrex Shadow Rider, there are other 5 very scary teams in the there are other 5 very scary Pokemon in the back. So it is a Herculean task to take this team out with the limited choice that Lucy had. So this is it, 2-0 to Sugi.
Our third battle of the day will be Comet. Now let's meet Comet's opponent. Alright, now that we have our third match defined, open the stadium doors, turn on the lights, and may the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
I am really new to VGC. I know Sugi's a really good player. So, y'all, I'm scared.
Alright everybody, today we have Sugi versus Comet as our battle on this day. Comet sends in the Squawkabilly against, and the Sneasler against 2 big burly, strong burly man, Tornadoes and Urshifu. Now let's see, Token Avian is crazy. The Comet, the names of the Pokemon are crazy. We are of course seeing Sugi's point of view, and this is going to be an interesting battle tonight on everybody. Sugi is giving our players that are playing against him a run for their money, as Sugi is going with some challenging Pokemon. Okay, so we see a turn 1 Terra from, I believe, Comet. No, that's actually Sugi. And Sugi terrestrializes his Urshifu into Terra Water to get more damage out with, I believe it's going to be Surging Strike, a little Fake Out to stop the Tornadoes. Okay, so that helps to block some stuff, so he can get the advantage with the speed, although Tornadoes has Prankster, so I'm not so sure how much that's going to help Comet. And then Surging Strikes on Sneasler to take Sneasler out, as Sneasler is a big threat in general. And the good thing about Surging Strikes is that it can go, it just ignores Focus Sash because it's not 1-hit KO, it's 3 hits. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's crazy. That's a crazy name. Now we have the Necrozma Duskmane coming into field. And of course, Necrozma is an interesting choice, but Comet's color is yellow. So it is a big challenge for our players to play against a very meta team using a team of the same regulation, but with a little bit of, with some more limits here. So let's see how Comet will turn this around, even though, yeah, I thought it would happen, that they can guarantee the tailwind, but at least they are in the same speed tier. Okay, the parting shot was a very smart move from Comet to be able to reduce the damage coming from that Urshifu. So, and then we all know how sometimes an Urshifu with Intimidates from Incineroars, for example, can get that Pokemon down. Okay, so now we have Armor Rouge. That's an interesting choice. Photon Geyser, okay. Okay, that didn't deal much, but dealt enough damage. Alright. So 3 hits there. Alright, perfect. So the Necrozma survived the move. But now we know that Comet's Mons are faster than Sugi's Pokemon. And that could come as an advantage, although this Urshifu has Aqua Jet. Okay, that was cool. So we keep Armor Rouge on the field. Aqua Jet. I think Aqua Jet's gonna be enough. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it was enough. Well, and that is KO for our beautiful Necrozma. Duskmane, which I particularly like. And Necrozma Duskmane, I think is really fierce. Okay. Oh, he has Intimidate. So this Urshifu is -3. I just realized the Intimidate. That was fierce. That was interesting. So Squawkabilly is back. And he sounds like Yoshi when he joins, which is kind of funny. So overall, Comet is not in a good place. So let's see how Comet is going to try to bounce back from this disadvantage. Because, okay, so Terra Grass is here, which can be very useful, mostly against this Tornadus uses Rain, then it's okay against his Urshifu, which will boost Urshifu's move. Foul play on Urshifu. That was, yeah, I would say okay. Okay, so let's see how the -3 Urshifu is gonna deal with. Ooh, girl. Is Armor Rouge gonna survive with -2? I don't think that's going to be enough for Armor Rouge. The weak armor, which sounds like a fun strategy, ended up working. Oh, ended up being a disadvantage in this specific situation because of the defense drops. So, even though the Urshifu is -3, he was able to take it out. And this is one little bird against four big burly strong Pokemon. So, I think this is pretty much Sugi's. I believe the first match goes to Sugi this time around. And our poor little bird is there trying their best, but they're not gonna get it. And their Tailwind went down. Well, ladies, gentlemen, days and dams, first match goes directly to Sugi. Congratulations, Sugi. And Comet, great start, but we need to rethink some strategies for Battle 2.
I don't know. I feel like I don't have good leads here. Like, I think I might want to lead with Necrozma then, if he's gonna lead with Urshifu. I also play a little fast, which I think I get in my head about it. You know what? I shouldn't get in my head about it.
Alright, everybody, and we are back with Battle 2. This time, Comet pivoted a little bit and sent in first the bird again, but this time Necrozma, and Sugi also changed their strategy a little bit by sending both of his restricted at the same time. Alright. Very strong strategy there, just coming in full strong, full bulk, full damage, clocking everyone. And it looks like Sugi is deciding to go with the biggest amount of damage output they can, with an Arso Barrage. Also having a core on Cataracts is evil, Sugi. That is evil work, okay? Now Sugi knows how much of a problem this Squawkabilly can be, which is a very interesting thing to say. Alright, the Squawkabilly was able to set up Tailwind, which is an advantage for Comet that can deal some damage with his Photon Geyser, but that was nowhere near enough damage against this Zamazenta, which means Squawkabilly was KO'd, and now one Pokemon is already down. Will Comet be able to come back from this and deal with these behemoth of a Pokemon that Sugi brought in? So Armor Rouge is the next one. What is Comet's perspective here to try to go against these two Pokemon who are very hard to take out in general? So you would have to prepare. You would have to organize your team in order to really be able to take them out. So Comet here going for a more protective stance by using Protect. Also Calyrex, no ma'am, use the same thing. So let's see. So everybody protected. Nothing happens in this turn. Love. So I guess Sugi was trying to understand what was done there, or what was Comet's strategy. A knockoff on that Calyrex would have been very strong. So it does seem like Comet will have to really be ready, because with the Terra, if this Armor Rouge is going to do anything against the Zamazenta, it's gonna be not very effective because of the resistance that Dragon has over fire. Look at me knowing Pokemon. Are you gagged? Are you gagged? Are you you our viewer at home? Are you gagged that I know something about Pokemon? Okay, I'm not only a pretty face. Oh, Wide Guard. Okay, so Comet was expecting an Astral Barrage, and then a knockoff on the Tornadoes. The Rocky Helmet does not help there, but at least that Tornadoes doesn't have Rocky Helmet anymore. A Body Press was there, dealt some damage, but not enough to really take them out. So, but in any way, that Necrozma is on the danger zone. Okay, so Tornadoes using the Protector to be a little bit more protective. Another Photon Geyser. That wasn't very strong against, but then a Psy Shock. I do think Dragon resists Psychic, right? Maybe not. Anyway, but that was not enough damage to take the Zamazenta out, which is a very strong Pokemon. Psy Shock was maybe not the best choice because Zamazenta is very physically defensive. But at least our last Pokemon is a Sneasler from Comet's side. And Sneasler is a little bit of a threat even in this regulation. So let's see how this is gonna go down. The thing is that Comet is in danger because this Tornadoes has Prankster and is very much able to just set up a Tailwind really fast and really quickly. So there is a Terra coming from Comet's side on the Sneasler. Terra Poison on the Sneasler, which is, by the way, Poison Touch and not Unburden. So that might be a little bit of a, not unexpected because this is open team sheets, but maybe a little bit of a, hey, let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, okay, so that was a critical hit, and even with the critical hit, it didn't hit Focus Sash. That's an interesting thing to note. Okay, so Dire Claw didn't get anything, but left it on red. Psyshock was enough to take Tornadoes out. Is this the time where we see a comeback from Comet? Or is it too late for Comet to come back? Because his Pokemon are really in danger here, considering Urshifu and what Sugi has on his side. Okay, so there's a Protect from the Sneasler, which could be good against Zamazenta, but it is ineffective against... Okay! Okay, so Comet read that Body Press, a little Protect to keep that Sneasler alive for a little bit, but the Surging Strikes will get the Armor Rouge with a weak armor, and that's gonna be enough to take that Armor Rouge out. And with that, Comet remains with only one Pokemon on the field, which is a barely alive Sneasler. And yeah, and Sugi is still under Tailwind. That means that Comet, unfortunately, lost another battle, this time with a better performance than the other one, being able to take one Pokemon out. So that's why we do have to remember that it's not only about winning, but also progressively getting better. And that's the beauty of Pokemon. And with that, congratulations, Sugi. Comet, I am so sorry for not getting any wins, but that's absolutely fine. We will see you in the next battle. Now let's see who's battling next. Bam! And that is Sam. It's time now to meet Sam's opponent. Bam! So for our fourth battle of the day, it's Dawnstone against Sam. With that being determined, open the stadium doors, turn on the lights, and let the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
I hope that I manage to play in Dawn's mind with my team and their traits. Let's get into it.
And we are on with the battle between Dawn and Sam. We are so ready for this moment in our lives. It's gonna be so iconic. So I see Sam starts with the Giratina and the Murkrow. Interesting choice of lead. And then we do have Ho-Oh and Kaylee the Ho-Oh and Hello Dubai, the Fluttermane from Dawn's side, which is a very interesting choice. Dawn generally tends to be a little bit more defensive on the first turn, and now she's going through something which I'm assuming it's going to be probably a little bit more on the offense. Now, Giratina tends not to be the best Pokemon ever, but if you have it well supported, you can do a great thing. So, Sam started with the beautiful, with a Tailwind and a Dark Pulse coming from the Giratina, dealing some damage, but Fluttermane has a huge special defense, and then the Ice Wind comes on to also give some special. Oh, girl, you had me fooled, and you too, Mrs. Spears. It was Zoroark all along. It was Zoroark, and I thought it was Giratina, and you know what? That Spears clocked me and gagged me. I expected that more damage from that Zoroark then. Although, anyway, Fluttermane has a huge defense stat, so I do believe that made sense. Now, let's see what they're cooking. Is the Zoroark going to go out? Are they going to protect? I know Dawn is going to attack with the Ho-Oh, and Fluttermane is protecting. What is going on Sam's head? What is the meaning of life? And is your pussy green? Those are questions that we don't know the answer, but we will try to find them, and we will ask and we will question them at all times. Okay, so we see our first Terra, and the Terra is coming for the Zoroark. So Zoroark is now Terra Fire, which I'm assuming is protecting from Fluttermane. So I'm assuming Sam expected Fluttermane to attack, but Fluttermane protected this turn. So what is going on? What is being cooked? Sacred Fire was used on the Murkrow, which was a smart move from Dawnstone because Murkrow can be a really annoying supportive Pokemon because of Prankster Tailwind and other forms of Prankster. So Dark Pulse again, this time on Fluttermane. So Dawn predicted to protect, which means nothing happened so much. So Daughter comes out, and Daughter is Calyrex Shadow. Now Calyrex Shadow is a very strong Pokemon, and this Calyrex Shadow specifically holds the life orb. So this Calyrex Shadow is very aggressive in the way they do. Now Dawn is going to use Earthquake, including... Are they going to use Earthquake? Oh. And for those who don't know, Sam's team's names are named just for fun. Are named after Beyonce. I believe. Not so sure. Okay, so Tyrant comes out, which means Giratina is finally out. Ooh, Shadow Ball comes out on Calyrex, and Calyrex is out in one hit, which is interesting because that Fluttermane was faster under Tailwind. So Brave Bird was done, and Brave Bird deals some decent damage on Giratina, but Giratina is a little bit of a tanky Pokemon. This means that back on the field comes Zoroark. Is Dawn going to use Earthquake now because she has the Protect? So yeah. So Dawn is coming for the Protect. Sorry, is going for the Earthquake Ground Terra, which is probably gonna wipe that Zoroark out very quickly. And the Terra, as we know, is coming for this Ho-Oh. And you know what? Look at all those chickens. Is that a chicken? Chickens. I cannot stop saying it. Chickens. And then we have the Protect and Fluttermane, so it doesn't affect you. Encore was used. Okay, now, okay, Sam, I see you. That was fierce. That was a fierce Encore with a Poltergeist coming from this. Oh, interesting. Period. You ended up using Brave Bird, which takes anyway this Pokemon out. It just like Zoroark out, and it's just making the battle last a little longer. But it was really interesting. It was a really interesting move. So the Tailwind is out, which means that it's 1v4. So the probability of Sam winning is really bad. So because Sam is in a really bad position, and Fluttermane is, I would say, the biggest threat against Sam's team because of the type advantage. And also because Dawn can be really protective. And now comes the Incineroar, my kitty, to really try to hold the next attack. And then they were able to hold it back. with a Shadow Sneak, and then Shadow Ball comes out and takes this Giratina off, giving the first win to a previous winner of the Girly Pop Cup, Miss Dawn Stone.
That was an interesting start. This is scary.
And we are back with Battle 2. Let's see if they pivot, change their leads. So again, Sam sent Giratina and Murkrow. Maybe it's the Zoroark, maybe it's not. We will only know as soon as it gets attacked. And Dawn sent in full force Life Orb, Koraidon, and Fluttermane. This is a powerful and dangerous combo because Koraidon is a very, very strong Pokemon. Having the Fluttermane, who has advantage against both types from Giratina. So if that's a Giratina? Maybe that could be a Zoroark. So what is Dawn going to do? Or what is Sam going to do to protect himself from this whole thing? Are we going to see another Tailwind? Are we going to see an attack? Because Sam already knows that the Shadow Ball is not as strong. And the Terra, I believe Dawn will probably Terra Fire that Koraidon. So what's the T-Christine? What is going to happen and what we're going to do? Okay, so the Terra comes in and it's on Koraidon, who then your typical Terra Fire Koraidon to take the weaknesses and then give it power to the fire type moves that Koraidon have access to. And then a Dazzling Gleam comes and deals a bunch of damage. Deals more damage than less damage than I was expecting. A Flame Charge comes in, and then Murkrow is taken out, which means that Murkrow was probably attacking. It was using a damage attack. So Poltergeist, which means this is going to be an attack on Hello Dubai, who hangs in on her Focus Sash. It was a great turn 1 for Dawn and a better turn 1 for Sam for sure. Now, I question myself which Pokemon is coming next. So Daughter is coming next, and Daughter is Calyrex Shadow. So let's see what's going to happen because Dawn doesn't have the ability, doesn't have the speed advantage. So what is Dawn going to do? Is Dawn going to protect? What's going to happen here? And now this Koraidon also has a speed advantage because of the Flame Charge. So a Terra comes in, and who's going to be Terra'd in this time? Oh, smart Terastallization, Terra Fairy, very smart. Okay, clocked. Sam probably predicting a Shadow Ball on their Calyrex. You know, done and done. Let's Terra, let's protect. So a Shadow Ball went to the Calyrex. The Calyrex was able to protect, held the damage, which was great, and uncored this Hello Dubai, which is very interesting. And then Dragon Tail, that didn't work. So it was not necessarily the best turn for Sam, but it was a good comeback from what happened. So Hello Dubai can only use Shadow Ball. So now it's a question of what happens. Is Tyrant going to protect? Because in a way, Sam knows what's going to happen with this Pokemon. In the other side, how is Sam going to protect his Pokemon? And the Flare Blitz go directly into the Calyrex, probably taking it out. Yep, taking it out because the damage output of a Terra Fire Life Orb, fully invested in attack, which is probably the case. Koraidon is gonna gag and clock the girls. So let's see what's gonna happen here. So Shadow Ball is gonna come in, which I believe should knock out this Giratina. Exactly. So Giratina gets knocked out, which leaves Sam again with 1 Pokemon versus 4 Pokemon. So what is Sam gonna do now? What is gonna happen? So Just for Fun is sent, and Just for Fun is the Zoroark, which doesn't have anybody to copy, so it's gonna be automatically a Zoroark. And so Close Combat is kinda strong. Oh, it's a regular Zoroark, it's not a Hisuian Zoroark. That's right. So because of that, it's a Dark type, and a Close Combat is enough to take it out very quickly. Which means that the second battle goes to Dawn Stone. And thank you everybody so much. I will see you in the next battle. And congratulations to our players for an amazing best of 3. 2 players left. Let's see who goes next.
Bam!
It's Mikki Miraj. Now let's meet who's gonna be Mikki's opponent.
Bam!
And that is Sugi. So now, since we have this match determined, open the stadium doors, turn on the lights, and let the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
I am terrified to face Sugi. But this is gonna be fun. We're gonna slay it. We're gonna do the best that we can. Team White Party is coming through.
All right, everybody, and we are back with one more battle. This time we have Mikki against Sugi. Mikki starts with her Calyrex Ice and the beautiful puff that is Whimsicott. And Sugi just sent in both of his restricted. So for those who are not aware, Mikki's team mix color is white. As a hee-hee-ha-ha, decided to give some funny names as White Flight, White Supremacy, and so on. And honestly, I think it's fierce. I appreciate the humor. Okay, so we started already with a Terra from Sugi's side on. Okay, so it's on Calyrex Shadow with the Terra Ghost, which I believe is to really make that move really strong, to really make the Astro Barrage strong. And that comes with a Terra from Mikki's Calyrex Ice, the Terra Water for to drink. So the Terra goes Astro Barrage. Let's see how he goes. Probably it's going to take the Whimsicott to Focus Dash. But Alright! Okay, so Supremacy. The Calyrex Ice hold it very well, and Whimsicott held it together with it. Now, also, great move from Mikki to really be able to hold things back. So Trick Room could be set, and she could resist all the damage incoming from Calyrex and Zamazenta to be able to set that Trick Room, putting her in a speed advantage and making things not look so good for Sugi, even though Mikki's Pokemon are not looking great HP-wise. Alright, so Whimsicott leaves the field. Mikki wants to preserve her Whimsicott and send in Whitewash, which is the Alchemy Cat. Oh, which works under Trick Room. Uses her room service to reduce her speed, so she gets more, so she gets the speed. And then Zamazenta with the Body Press on the Calyrex, predicting a Glacial Lens. Wide Guard from the Zamazenta comes out. So Mikki puts her hand in her mouth. I'm assuming Mikki didn't expect that. Mikki didn't expect that. I'm assuming she didn't expect that. Because De-Decorate is iconic, but... Oh, the high horsepower. Okay. Oh, wow. It wasn't enough to take the... No, that caught me off guard. It wasn't enough to take the horse out. That's supposed to happen. I don't remember Calyrex Shadow being that. Girl, I am confusion. Mikki just lost 2 Pokemon and is in severe advantage. So now White Privilege, the Reshiram comes in, and that means the White Flight comes back. The Whimsicott comes back. There's Trick Room is still working. Now my question is, 2 turns of Trick Room. What is Mikki going to do to turn this around? They doubled into Whimsicott. What is Whimsicott gonna do? So Whimsicott used Tailwind. I am confused. Because there's still Trick Room. So now she goes after. I am confused with the decision making here made on this day at this channel. Although maybe... Why? What? I don't know. I am a little bit confused. I don't know what Mikki did or the decision making, but that Tailwind was not a good idea, which gave Sugi the entire advantage to finish off this battle, meaning that there's 1 point for Sugi. So let's see how battle 2 will go now that Sugi won the first one.
Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. But all I can say is that we looked good doing it.
And we are back with Battle 2. Let's see how they go into Battle 2. So we have Flight and Privilege. So it's a bit of a different lead for Mikki and the same lead for Suggy with a Calyrex and with the Zamazenta. Then Whimsicott is a very good tool for Mikki because that Whimsicott has a very good control over the speed, even though it's frail. So it's kind of like, what do I do with what I have? Let's see how that's gonna go out. Protect coming from White Privilege, which makes sense. But anyway, so there's a Tailwind set on the field, giving the speed advantage to Mikki. So Calyrex used Astral Barrage, which means that this will probably take Whimsicott down to the Pokesash. And then, let's see what Zamazenta's gonna do, because I forgot what Zamazenta was. Oh, so Body Press. So it was a Body Press on Reshiram. So Mikki made sure to set Tailwind first, so she was gonna be able to do whatever she needed to do. Although, because of Prankster, she could have just not done it, but at the same time, the Protect was good to kind of like see what was the plan. So Sugi is thinking about a Terra Dragon there for the Zamazenta. Is this gonna happen? With a very dangerous Body Press, actually, because of how strong the Zamazenta is with the automatic +1. Okay, so Whimsicott is out. Whitewash. The Alchemy is back on the field. So Sugi is going forward with Deterastallization, which means that Terra Dragon, Zamazenta is on the field. What is Mikki going to do now? So Dragon Pulse on the Calyrex, dealing a good chunk of damage, but I don't think that was nearly enough. Although this Astral Barrage okay, so that was not a strong Astral Barrage, which caught me off guard. I wasn't always expecting that, but the Body Press was enough to take that Reshiram out, mama. Clocking the girl, clocking some tea. So White Flight is back, the Whimsicott is back with a pep on her step. Mikki is in a bad place here with this Reshiram, with her team. So Moonblast on Zamazenta was a good chunk of damage. Maybe Mikki was expecting to deal some good damage, but that's not going to be enough. And Whimsicott is out, leaving Alchemy with a very, very small percent of HP, but still Zamazenta has an attack there, so I guess Zamazenta is going to... Oh. So a Dazzling Link from Whitewash that leaves them with very low HP, not being enough to take anybody out, so that means that Alchemy is out, leaving Mikki to the last Pokemon. Girl, this is not looking good for Mikki. Mikki is sending White Supremacy. Calyrex. And you know what? In the words of one pheromone, period. Now let's see. Listen, it doesn't mean that because Sugi has 4 Pokemon, Calyrex is a very strong bulky Pokemon. So Calyrex can very easily clock them very fiercely, very fast. So what is Sugi going to do? Is Sugi going to double protect to see what's going to happen? Is Sugi going to just attack and try to take it out? Is it going to be... Okay, so it's going to be a wide guard move. So there is going to be the Terastallization on Mikki's side to protect from the damage. As we saw in the other match, Mikki was able to survive hefty moves, although... Let's remember that this Calyrex is +2, if I'm not wrong, with my calculations. Although I'm not a mathematician, I'm just a homosexual. So let's see what Mikki has prepared in store. Astral Barrage is out on only 1 target, +2. Is Mikki surviving? Mikki survived the hit very beautifully, but the Wide Guard came into play, which then protected Mikki, protected Sugi's Pokemon from Mikki's Glacial Lens, which means no more Tailwind But yeah, all right. Mikki canceled the battle. This means Mikki lost the second battle. And this is a 0-2. So 2 wins for Sugi. No wins for Mikki Miraj. Thank you everybody so much for watching today's battle, and we'll see you in the next one. Now for the last match of the day. Mari is our last player, and since Sugi already battled 3 players, this means that Mari will go against Dawn Stone. And with that being said, and for one last time, open the door, turn on the light, and let the best Girly Pop Trainer win.
Okay, I've done a lot of preparation for this battle. I think this is gonna be a Ho-Oh Incineroar lead, Incineroar faking out whatever is dangerous on the field to keep Ho-Oh safe, and Ho-Oh tailwinding.
Welcome to the semifinal match of the Girly Pop Games Colors of Pride. This time we have Mari versus Miss Dawn Stone. And it appears we are starting with Fluttermane and Koraidon. We'll see what Mari comes up with during this turn. Oh, the immediate detect, which means that close combat is not going to hit in a Thunder Wave on the Koraidon. So that Koraidon speed is going to be halved. The Dazzling Gleam connects onto the Clef Key, not doing a lot of damage. This Koraidon is packing a very powerful punch. Oh, and it seems that they are retreating in favor of the Rillaboom. Hopefully going for a Grassy Glide onto the Urshifu next turn. And we're going for a Terra here. Onto the Urshifu, a Poison Terra type. Potentially predicting the Dazzling Gleam onto the Urshifu, and hopefully, I believe Mari is wanting to I'm losing my words, but it seems that the Icy Wind connects from Dawn's Fluttermane over, and the speed goes down, and the Surging Strikes knocks out the Fluttermane, unfortunately. Doesn't get a lot of play here. Fluttermane is known for the very high special attack stat, so Dawn not being able to utilize Hello Dubai to its fullest potential is a little bit disappointing here, but it seems she's going to go for... She's not going to give up. She's going to go here for the Ho-Oh. And Klefki going for the Thunder Wave on the Ho-Oh. Dawn is at a little bit of a disadvantage at this moment in the battle, because a lot of her Pokemon's moves are not going to, if they connect, they're not going to deliver super effective damage. They're not doing a lot of damage in these, during these turns. And she comes out with the Koraidon for the Orichalcum Pulse to take out the Rain from Mari's side, or to gain advantage for herself, if that makes sense. And hopefully gave Ho-Oh a little more power for its fire type moves. But with the Surging Strikes from the Urshifu connecting onto the Ho-Oh, that is a lot of damage on the Ho-Oh. But it still survives, and it goes for the Brave Bird, knocks out the Urshifu, granting Dawn finally a win so far for evening out the playfield. Both competitors very concentrated, neither one of them giving each and every single competitor giving their all to win this battle. And Mari sends out Lesbian the Fluttermane. We'll see if Mari has a better luck with her Fluttermane. As I said earlier, it has a lot of power that it can potentially knock out the Koraidon with a super effective Moonblast. Dawn here returning her Ho-Oh with in favor of Rillaboom. And we see a Terastallization onto Koraidon. A Fire Terra type. I am assuming that Moonblast, she is predicting a Moonblast from the Fluttermane onto the Koraidon. And the Klefki unfortunately wastes this turn with the Thunder Wave onto the Koraidon, which is already paralyzed, but the Fluttermane instead goes for a Shadow Ball onto the Rillaboom. That was a very smart choice on Mari's part. Ooh, and the Fluttermane unfortunately did not have a lot of play in this on this turn and gets knocked out by Dawn. Sends out straight the Iron Hands. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. If there ever is a Pokemon from Mari's team that really... What are the words that I'm trying to say? That really embodies just straight heterosexuality, it would be Iron Hands with those big, manly, hands. And Koraidon here protects itself. The Rillaboom going for the fake out onto the Klefki, hopefully trying to prevent any status moves from the Klefki. Maybe, Rillaboom is a very speedy Pokemon, so a Thunder Wave would not be very advantageous for Dawn in this moment. Any protect from the Koraidon was very smart as well, because straight the Iron Hands is known for its fake out. Like I said earlier, these battles are open team sheets, so every competitor knows what the opponent has at their disposal. Ooh, and that high horsepower, not delivering a lot of power. And let's see if this Flare Blitz will connect onto the Klefki. Yes, knocking it out of the competition. Mari now at a very, very tough spot with only one Pokemon left. And Dawn still standing with Koraidon and Rillaboom, as well as a third Pokemon in the back. It's not looking very good for Mari. And Mari... here, with a Drain Punch onto the Koraidon, knocks it out and gains health. It's looking mighty healthy. She 888 all of those HP points. Iron Hands, it's almost to full, but Mari could still pull it out if her Iron Hands is bulky enough to resist those couple of moves. But it's going to be a very tough spot. Okay, highest horsepower not dealing a lot of damage onto the Iron Hands. Wild Charge on the Ho-Oh. It connects and it knocks it out. So it is now down to 1v1. The Iron Hands versus the Rillaboom. And the Rillaboom's high horsepower, as we saw earlier, does not do a lot of damage. So it might just be curtains for Dawn. And the Iron Hands! It lives! Ooh! It's very close. Oh, it's very close. The Drain Punch connects, deals a little bit of damage, recovers that HP. Will the high horsepower be... Oh! And the Iron Hands lives! Oh my gosh, This is win for Mari at the very last second. Congratulations, Mari, on that first victory. This is a best of 3 matches. So, wow, what an amazing couple of just last minute moves. Oh, this is the kind of battle that I really love to see. It's very exciting. I don't know. I'm speechless. Speechless by Lady Gaga, if you will, I love this. I love this. Mari really came through with that Drain Punch at the very end there. Ooh, the competition is really starting to heat up, as Georgia said in All-Stars 9.
That was a close call. Iron Hands is such a menace in this format.
And we are back with our second battle of this best of 3 match between Mari and Dawn. We just saw Mari beat Dawn in that first battle. The competition is really starting to heat up now, as Georges would say on the last season of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, which if you're not here, if you are a Drag Race fan, you know they have the 10th season coming up, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're here to talk about Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon. And first turn, we're going to see a fake out from the... Oh, she's withdrawing. I'm assuming, yes, from the Incineroar. Incineroar, very much known for that fake out. Onto the Klefki, yes. To possibly prevent any Thunder Waves or any of those pesky status moves from Klefki's Prankster. And the Brave Bird onto the Iron Hands. Dawn recognizing that Iron Hands is a threat now. She is changing her strategy a little bit. Incineroar is quite the predictable moveset, but it is very powerful in current VGC because of it hits very hard while it is very frail. It has the power to lower the opponent's stats to the point where it might not be, some of the moves might not be as usable. So now we're seeing Ho-Oh retreating in favor of Hello Dubai, the Fluttermane. Hopefully this time around, the Fluttermane is going to have more of a chance to give powerful moves. Here comes the parting shot onto the Iron Hands. Once again, Dawn is recognizing that the Iron Hands is a threat to her team, and she is shifting the strategy. Klefki with the Reflect or Light Screen. I couldn't tell which one. I believe it was Reflect. And we switch. The parting shot comes out, then comes out the Ho-Oh. Ooh. There's a lot of switching on Dawn's part, which so far is very advantageous for her. Coming out with the Incineroar, intimidating, once again lowering the stats. And now the Klefki comes in with a Light Screen. Mari is not in a great position right now with her Iron Hands. I personally would switch out the Iron Hands because it's not... the stats are lowered. But we see that the Heavy Slam connects onto the Fluttermane and it uses up its Focus Sash. Because Heavy Slam, if production could give me a note, does Heavy Slam... Right. It's just a difference in weight. I'm getting a note from production. Right. Yes. So it's not really a matter of lowering its attack. It's just that Iron Hands is such a big, burly man that... just because it has a lot of weight, the Heavy Slam really connects onto, just really slams down onto the Fluttermane. And we see the Flare Blitz not doing enough on this, once again, big burly man. This Iron Hands really has a lot of bulk. It's almost like she's a big girl. She's a big girl. And we see Mari's Fluttermane in the field as well. We are seeing a Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully it connects and it can finally knock out that Iron Hands because, ma'am, she is... Somebody take her down, girl. The straights need to be stopped. And we see a Terrestrialization from Mari onto the Fluttermane. Ooh, a Fairy Terra type. Hopefully going here for the Moonblast. For double the power from that Terra Jewel. And the Dazzling Gleam connects, and the straights have been taken down. Yes, finally the gays have won. Let's give a warm round of applause for the gays. Yes, we have taken down the straights, and the Dazzling Gleam connects and takes down Dawn's Fluttermane. And there's a little bit of damage onto the Incineroar as well, which is always good. And we see that the Citrus Berry is going to take some health back for the Incineroar. Oh, and the parting shot, attack, and special attack are going to go down. And we'll see who Dawn switches in for. My kitty! And mandatory meeting, the icon that you are. The impact that she has left over her talent show. Truly one of a kind. And that was a very smart play from Dawn, using Parting Shot to switch in the Ho-Oh and then switch the Incineroar back in so that it can utilize the Intimidate one more time onto the Fluttermane. And the Ace the Klefki. It is a very smart play, however, I'm not sure how useful it will be for this Fluttermane, considering that Fluttermane has a very high special attack, and the Klefki's role in Mari's team is not to attack, but to support the other Pokemon and give status conditions to the opponent. That Thunder Wave is really, really, really useful for Pokemon like Dawn's who are quite speedy. So cutting that speed in half is going to be very useful for Mari. And so, recognizing that the Parting Shot connected onto the Fluttermane, she returns the Fluttermane in favor of Urshifu. And the Fake Out onto the Klefki connects once again. That Thunder Wave could be really bad for Dawn, so she recognizes that. And the Flare Blitz connects onto the Klefki, leaving it with a burn. Is the burn enough? Ooh, Sacred Fire? I'm sorry, getting a note from production. Hold on. Sacred Fire? Yes, sorry. Sacred Fire connects onto the Klefki. Yes, sorry. It's just that the Flare Blitz is on the Incineroar. That's where I got the confusion. The Klefki is going to be knocked out next turn, so whatever Mari decides to do here with the Klefki will likely be important. Will she go for the Thunder Wave onto the Ho-Oh or any of other Dawn's Pokemon? What will the Urshifu do? We see a withdrawal from the Ho-Oh, and then Koraidon comes in with the Sunny Day. Okay. Ooh, that rain. Oh, how Mari read the Koraidon coming out with the sun, and then the rain dance was really, like I said, that last turn for Mari was going to be very important because that Klefki is going to be knocked out regardless because of the burn. That rain dance was really important for the Urshifu to get even more power for its surging strikes. Now the Parting Shot connects onto the Urshifu, and we are going to see Ho-Oh back on the field. And there goes the Klefki. You have been quite the supportive Pokemon. Unfortunately, my dear, you need to sashay away. It is not your time. We still have one more Pokemon in the back for Mari, and that is Lesbian the Fluttermane, who was terrestrialized into a fairy type. Hopefully those Dazzling Beams will be able to connect onto the Koraidon for super effective damage. Listen, when the DLC for the Blueberry Academy came out and the BB Elite Four music, like this song rocks. This song is really, really good. Just Pokemon never misses with their music. Now we see Incineroar coming back out onto the field. Those Intimidates are really, really, really important for Dawn, for the Urshifu especially. We see the terrestrialization onto the Ho-Oh with a Ground Terra type. So Ho-Oh has been grounded. The airship has landed and it is ready to deliver Earthquakes. Okay, Detect from the Urshifu and the Power Gem onto. That prediction for Ground Terra on the Ho-Oh was really important for Dawn because that Power Gem onto the Ho-Oh would have been 4 times damage. But it seems that her strategy has really worked this time around, and Mari is a little bit cornered in this battle. We'll see if Mari will be able to turn this around now that she no longer has the straight ally, Metamorphosis, to help her with her Drain Punches, you know? My kitty! With this kind of team that Dawn has, it is really important for her to pivot, because this team is very reliant on the sun, and Incineroar, especially with its ability and Parting Shot, is just really incredible. And the Dazzling Gleam connects. She unfortunately sacrificed that Koraidon, but maybe that was on purpose, so that the Incineroar could use that Intimidate ability once again. The Urshifu connecting with the Surging Strikes. ooh, that weakness policy comes into play, but will it even be used? Because Surging Strikes, oh, it has another hit. Oh no, the Ho-Oh has left the field. I repeat, the Ho-Oh has left the field. Oh no, Dawn is once again cornered. It might be curtains for Dawn one more time. She only has the Incineroar left on the field. Mari really pulling through in these last couple of turns, just like she did in the last battle. It is really intimidating to see. You see what I did there? Yes, I'm a funny queen. I'm a comedy queen. What do you mean? Dazzling Gleam onto the Incineroar is not going to do a lot of damage, but I sit corrected. That Incineroar has been clocked, honey, and this is the second win for Mari. Everybody give a big congratulations to Mari for best of 3. She didn't even have to go into a third round. She 8-8-8, honey. Down.
And here are the final results. This means that Mari guarantees her spot in the finale with 2 wins and no losses. But for the other 3 spots, we're gonna have to have all these players battle against each other. So it's now time for more Pokemon battles. Welcome back, everybody. We just finished all of our best of 3s with our winners. And I wanna know, how are the 5 of you feeling?
Worn out, wet,
Alright.
and wild.
Well, Shiny, I just want to say you, bitch, for putting me against a top cut VGC pro player. When you know damn well in the first episode, I said I'm not really a VGC player. So, I'm doing great.
I'm not rooting for anyone's downfall, but I will just say I'm relieved to still be here. I'm happy.
Right.
Love y'all. Let's just make the most of it.
No shade, but I was so relieved when I saw y'all flipping as much as I did.
Exactly.
That's how I was feeling too. I was like, I finished my horrible matches where I got my butt kicked, and I was like, I can only hope that everyone else flops too, because this was a flop, mama.
We are all here because the 5 of you are on a 5-way tie for the last 3 spots available in the live event that's going to happen on June 21st. But here's the gag, here's the twist. Out of the 5 of you, 1 of you had an amazing performance in your best of 3 against our winners because you had good moves, because you were able to defeat more Pokemon. So the person who is moving directly to the live finale on June 21st is Droomish.
Woo! Congrats!
Oh my god, slay!
Did not expect that, but awesome. Cool.
Yay!
Slay!
I learned how to read during the middle of my matches against Dawn.
This out of context
Hell
is
yeah.
the funniest thing. I just learned how to read as I was playing. You know what? Miracles can happen here at the Girly Pop Cup. I will say that from my perspective, it was a fun match. So congratulations, Droomish. You deserved this spot. So you are going to our live event on June 21st. And that means that Sam, Comet, Lucy, and Mikki are going to have to battle for the last 2 spots left. Now, to make that happen, we have to pair you up so you can battle on a best of 1. And we thought that because Mikki and Sam were both of the winners of the first 2 episodes that we had, we thought that it would be only fair that they are able to pick their opponents.
Oh, you know, I'm feeling elevated. I started today feeling a little low, and I feel so high now, bitch.
Right.
The gag is you can't choose each other, okay? You have to choose either Comet or Lucy. And in honor of fairness, time, and your own evaluation of each other, because Mikki won due to y'all's perspective on the radar, Girly Pop, Mikki is the person that's gonna choose their opponent first.
Oh, exciting.
Okay.
So Mikki Miraj,
You
who
know-
would you like to choose to be your opponent?
I'm gonna go with what my heart is saying, and it says, when you wish upon a star, Comet, I'm gonna be right where you are. I'm gonna be right where you are. I'm wishing on you
Dag.
tonight. I think I want to go against Comet.
All
The
right.
star is not going to fulfill your wish.
With that being said, Sam, you are going to fight against Lucy.
I just have one thing to say. You know, Lucy, what would be really slay of you if you let me win?
Delibird's not giving out that many presents, honey.
Lucy, Mikki, Comet, and Sam, I will let you go to prepare yourselves for the next battle that will decide your positioning on the competition. And I will see you after these words from our sponsors that are not real and do not exist.
They know what they're doing. They're downplaying how good they are.
I am excited to redeem myself from my awful match against Sugi.
I think it should be okay.
Here we go, baby.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Shalora, and I'm really excited to be casting again because I'm really into fishing now. Just kidding. Here we are with Mikki Miraj and Comet, and we're starting out with Necrozma and Squawkabilly, as well as Alcremie and Calyrex. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I did not predict the Squawkabilly. I was actually predicting the Florges, but we shall see what these folks will do. I am predicting some setup from Alcremie with probably some damage from the Calyrex, maybe a Trick Room. We might see that because Miss Alcremie does have some room service available. Oh, we're getting some terrestrialization. She crystallized. We're getting some water. Katya, may I have some water? And that's what we're getting. So we don't have to worry about that steel type from Necrozma as much. Oh, we're getting the knockoff. No covert cloak for you. And here's the decorate. There's the setup I was predicting. Getting those stat increases. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be scary. And the trick room. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. And we got the room service. So Alcremie's speed goes down, which means it goes up. Now, what is going to happen next? We could get a taunt, maybe a parting shot from Squawkabilly, I'm not sure. Necrozma could go for a Dragon Dance. We could get an Earthquake instead. Oh, we're getting a Protect. Interesting. We want to see what happens. Oh, for the double decorate. Scary. Oh, it's getting scary in here. It's not even Halloween. And the Photon Geyser to the Protect. Ouch. We only got 4 more of those left. Oh, and the Parting Shot goes right into Protect as well. So we don't get the switch out. So almost nothing happened this round. Really, Mikki just got more of an advantage, and that's really scary from the Calyrex. And one more decorate. She's decorated. She's not just in drag, she's in double drag. She's a drag queen in drag and drag at this point. Oh, and there's the high horse. Oh! Yeah, that's gonna hit like a truck. Oh, and the Chilling Neigh is going to go off, giving us even more of a stat boost. If we can even go any higher. And the Aroma Veil. Oh, here I was saying, taunt that bitch. And you can't. Okay, I'm interested to see how this will play out. We've got Sneasler. I've never liked a Sneasler. We could get a really good Dire Claw off here. There's a 16.67% chance of one of the 3 status effects from Dire Claw. Poison, Paralysis, and Sleep. And any of those could be pretty helpful here. Tailwind, unfortunately, will not be helpful anymore with the Trick Room. And we're getting another Protect. Calyrex is definitely the powerhouse that we need to protect here, so understandable. We're getting a Dazzling Gleam from the Alcremie just to get a little chip damage. Little chip, little lays, little ruffles. We're getting the Parting Shot from Squawkabilly. He's going home. Oh, and we've got Armor Rouge out. We've almost lost the Alcremie, who is asleep. She's taking a nap. Calyrex has just used Protect, so it might not be worthwhile to go after the Alcremie at this point. Comet definitely has to play protective, a little defensive. Protect. And protect. Okay, we're protected. We're safe, supposedly. We're pro at techting. Nothing happens this whole round. It's a sleeper round, and that's okay. Let Alcremie have her nap, you know? Couldn't we all just go for a cute little nap? A little cream puff nap? I'm curious to see what we will do with this Water Terra Calyrex. I'm not seeing any particular moves that'll be helpful here, but Dire Claw does land. No status effects, really shocking. And a Psyshock takes it out. Thank goodness. Because that was scary. That was very scary. I was scared. Raise your hand if you were scared. That could have been really bad for Comet. So I'm really excited that Comet gets to stay in. We get to see something else happening. Oh, White Privilege. White Privilege is coming out with the Turbo Blaze. We're blazing our White Privilege here. We could try to predict with the Wide Guard. We could try it. We could be silly, goofy, funny. I don't think we will. Oh, where's she going? Twinks? That's a lot of Twinks. The Twinks hanging out at the club. They really be like that. They got the tall ones, the little short ones. Okay. Sneasler's here with our Terrestrialize and Poison. Trying to get that extra damage from Dire Claw. Oof. Not even half, girl, but we get the paralysis. That's great. That was great. So she's super slow. She was already slow, but now she's super slow. Okay. So I think... Oh, with the blue flare, it's going to take out Sneasler. Squawkabilly is back with the Intimidate. Could help. Could help. If Reshiram was not a special attacker. But that's okay. Being intimidating is worth the time. It sends a message. I don't know if I would be intimidated by a Pompadour like Squawkabilly's, like looking like a little mini Eureka O'Hara, but some people would. Okay, Miss Sleeping Girl comes back out. We have another Protect. Are you telling me nothing's happening this round again? Not again! Oh, and that Aroma Veil coming in clutch twice from the taunt. Oh, she woke up. Okay. And she's going to protect herself, as you should. Foul play, using the target's attack stat against them. Unfortunately, not a lot. Super Fang taking 50% HP, triggering that weak armor, making Armor Rouge a little faster, but a little less defensive. Psyshock landing on the Protect. I am worried for Mikki, though. The movesets on these Pokemon are not going to treat her very well. I don't know if you can Super Fang somebody to death. Oh, this is a good idea. Follow me. Follow the Twinks. I never would, but your choice. And we do have the Friend Guard, but I don't think it's going to come in handy for Alcremie with like no HP left. There's the Dazzling Gleam. It looks like she might not only need one or two more of those Dazzling Gleams to make it out. Especially if Mousehold uses another Follow Me. Ooh. Oh, are we shocked? Are we Psy-shocked? There comes the Citrus Berry. Did the Twinks share it? Is that how they stay so skinny? Just one Citrus Berry between the four. Here comes another Super Fang. Huge chunk. And the Dazzling Gleam. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It could go either way. My mouth is open. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Oh, a Wide Guard for the Dazzling Gleam. Makes sense. See, Mikki predicted it. It happened. Foul play. Oh, it did nothing. Tickled that little cream puff. You can't ruin this meringue. Which is typically very easy to ruin. If you know, you know. Squawkabilly's only damaging move foul play is not doing much. We have to rely on this Armor Rouge. Oh, no! Oh, Creamy is gone. What are we going to do? Oh my goodness, it's up to Twinks. This is why we're going to lose. Never rely on them. Oh, we still have Reshiram. How did I forget about the white privilege? I lived in a world without it for a minute. I totally forgot. Did you remember? Because I didn't. I really think a follow me here would definitely help keep that Reshiram alive. Let it. Oh, there we go. See? See? I've got the mind of a mastermind. There's the Psy Shock, killing the Twinks. I mean, fainting them. Fainting. We don't do that in Nintendo. There's no death. Nobody dies. Except for maybe our trainer's dad in the war. Okay, Reshiram is still... Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Nikki. That paralysis really came in clutch for Comet from that Dire Claw earlier in the match. And Comet takes it. I'm so sorry, Mikki.
I'm nervous. Playing a game you love in front of really cool people, I feel like it makes people nervous. I'm certainly one of those people.
I'm shitting myself.
Hello everyone, we're back for the second battle of the qualifier between Lucy and Sam. We're starting out with Iron Bundle and Incineroar, Scummy Incineroar. We're getting the Quark Drive with the heightened speed. We're also starting out with the Giratina and Murkrow. I was really interested in this Murkrow. It has a really interesting move set based on like move priorities and stuff. So interested to see how this turns out. I do expect a fake out coming from Incineroar as usual. And Iron Bundle I am interested to see, but it's going to be scary for that Murkrow if we get an ice move. There it is. I think that Eviolite definitely... Oh. Well, I'm never going to know what that Murkrow was for, and neither are you. Really unfortunate. But that freeze really came in handy. That's a 10% chance. Oh, we're putting Incineroar away, so we can use him another day. Lunala's coming out, the big scary red bat. Oh, the Thaw to catch the Tailwind. Thank you, Prankster. And a Focus Blast, which does not affect Lunala. No! An Icy Wind hitting both, and unfortunately Murkrow is gone. We're getting a speed reduction on it's not Giratina, it's actually Zoroark. Which I should have predicted, and I did in my brain, but then I was not paying attention. And there's the real Giratina. Can the real Giratina please stand up? Probably can't, because she levitates. She doesn't have legs. Ooh. Are we going to get a terrestrialization? And then Lunala with a Moongeist Beam using that power herb she's holding. But an Icy Wind from Iron Bundle definitely doesn't hurt. Getting those speed reductions. Stacking. In terms of Giratina, I'm not sure what we'll see. Oh? We're getting the Terra Poison. And another Terra on Lunala, which I don't believe is Fairy. The strategies. We're doing things. Things are happening. There's the Icy Wind. We're slowing them down. Oh my goodness. It chunks. Oh, the Citrus Berry. We're having a little snack. Can we have a healthy snack, Rebecca? Dark Pulse on Lunala, which unfortunately, because she's a fairy, it doesn't matter. Ooh. That did a good job. Poltergeist, because she's still holding the Power Berry. And the Moonblast on the Giratina not being very effective either. A lot of predictions going on here, I think. A Shadow Sneak getting that priority off. Unfortunately, does not land the feint. Icy Wind taking out those Aurora. I thought it would do at least a little bit less, but took out Zork. She's gone. Meteor Beam, sorry. It's gonna land in one turn because of that Power Herb. Oof, big damage. There's only one Pokemon left for Sam, unfortunately. Oh, and she's a daughter. Calyrex does have some multi-target moves that could be quite helpful here. But we're gonna go with the Psychic. Take out Lunala. Thank goodness. What a menace. And get that Grimnay with the increased special attack. But lose some HP because of that Life Orb. We're getting some reduced speed. That Iron Bundle just doing work. She's like a road cop. She says, slow down! Gotta give everybody a ticket over and over. How annoying. Hey, Cab, get out of here. Incineroar comes back, gets that Intimidate off, which is not super helpful on Calyrex, but that's okay. Ooh. Okay, if we got another freeze, I was gonna lose it. Astral Barrage is coming off here, removing Iron Bundle from the field. Getting another stack of that Grimnay. Stacks. They don't have stacks in Pokemon. Darkest Lariat is going to finish the game. It's the darkest one. It had to. And Lucy takes that victory.
Welcome back, players. How are we feeling after both of these battles?
I'm feeling rejuvenated. I'm honestly surprised I made it out of that, but you know.
I feel like really fresh out of that battle. I learned a lot about myself and my ability to read things even though I wasn't confident about myself.
I'm nervously excited. Like, being live with a game I love so much, like, it was already nerve-wracking playing in front of this small group, but not, like, it feels real. You know, you're putting us on a spotlight. I'm nervous, girl, but I'm ready.
Me too, girl.
Lucy, now that you beat me, you have to know that I am rooting for you. You have to win.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Murkrow, so I was happy to fight one.
I'm just happy that I redeemed myself from my match with Sugi. I feel like it really came down to the wire, and it was just like these really tight plays at the end with my match with Comet. And I'm particularly happy that like the quote-unquote weaklings were really the features and the stars of our match, because the restricteds were doing their thing, or like, because there was one restricted and my restricteds were doing their thing, but really it came down to Alcremie and Sneasler and Amarouche putting in work, and the Squawkabilly too teaming up on me at the end. Like they you wouldn't expect to see them be the stars of the match, but they were, and I think that's the Girly Pop way. So getting to take place in a match like, or take part in a match like that, it was pretty cool.
Congratulations, everyone. I am sorry that we have to see Sam and Mikki go so early. Now, it is time for you at home. Are you team Comet? Are you team Droomish? Are you team Lucy Star? Or are you team Mari? Sound out in the comments. Sound out on the social media. I don't know, call your mother, call your priest, go to your church and say to them, who do you think should win? And we will see you tomorrow at the grand finale.